Hello, for today's teaching lesson, I am going to be singing Billy Boy, and we're going to teach you guys how to do that. So first, I'm going to sing through it to get you familiar with the song and the wording. It is also on page 23 of the songbook, so we can go ahead and open that. So I'll sing the first and second verse, and then we'll go ahead and work through it together. Oh, where have you been, Billy boy, Billy boy? Oh, where have you been, charming Billy? I have been to seek a wife, she's the joy of my life. She's a young thing and cannot leave her mother. Did she ask you to come in, Billy boy, Billy boy? Did she ask you to come in, charming Billy? Yes, she asked me to come in, there's a nipple in her chin. She's a young thing and cannot leave her mother. All right, so now that we're a little bit more familiar with the first and second verse of the song, we're going to go to the first verse. And so this time I will start each phrase and then ask you to finish it. So we're going to go ahead and start a beat. So our beat is just going to be tapping the table. So we'll go. All right, so there's our beat. And now we're going to go into the song. So here we go. 1, 2, sing, ready. Oh, where have you been, Billy boy, Billy boy? Oh, where have you been, charming Billy? Okay, so that was our first one. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and have you finish what I'm saying. So I'll point to you when it's your turn to sing. All right, so here's our beat. Ready, 1, 2, sing. Oh, where have you been? Oh, where have you been? All right, so you guys should have sang the first one, Billy Boy, and the second one was Charming Billy. Good job. All right. So we're going to go ahead and go into the next part of verse 1, and we're going to do the third and fourth lines. So here's our beat. I have been to seek a wife. She's a young thing and cannot. All right. So that should have been, I have been to seek a wife. She's the joy of my life. She's a young thing and cannot leave her mother. Okay. So you guys kind of get that one. So we're going to go ahead and do this again. And we'll start with the top. So here's our beat. Oh, where have you been? Oh, where have you been? I have been to seek a wife. She's a young thing and cannot leave her. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So the next part, we're going to go ahead and go into verse 2. So for that, we've got, did she ask you to come in, Billy boy, Billy boy? Did she ask you to come in, charming Billy? Okay, so for those two lines, I'm going to have you guys sing the last words of each line. So Billy boy, and charming Billy. All right, are we ready? Sounds great. All right, so here's our beat. Did she ask you to come in? Did she ask you to come in? Perfect. Okay. So the fourth line we're going to do is, yes, she asked me to come in, Billy boy, Billy boy. Oh, excuse me. Yes, she asked me to come in. There's a dimple in her chin. She's a young thing and cannot leave her mother. So we're going to have you guys sing, there's a dimple in her chin, and then cannot leave her mother. All right, so let's go ahead and try this. So here's our beat. Yes, she asked me to come in. She's a young thing and cannot leave her. Perfect. Okay. So now that we have all of those together, let's go ahead and sing this. So we're going to start with our beat. And ready, 1, 2, sing. Oh, where have you been, Billy boy, Billy boy? Oh, where have you been, charming Billy? I have been to seek a wife, she's the joy of my life. She's a young thing and cannot leave her mother. Did she ask you to come in, Billy boy, Billy boy? Did she ask you to come in, charming Billy? Yes, she asked me to come in. There's a dimple in her chin. She's a young thing and cannot leave her mother. All right. That is awesome, guys. You're doing great. So now that we have gone through this, you should be able to sing the first verse and the second verse. And we're going to go ahead and do the first verse again. And I want you guys to do the last couple words of the first two lines. All right? So we're going to do it again. So ready? Ready, 1, 2, sing. Oh, where have you been? Oh, where have you been? I have been to seek a wife. She's a young thing and cannot. Did she ask you to come in? Did she ask you to come in? Yes, she asked me to come in. She's a young thing and. All right. So let's go ahead and put that together one more time all together. All right, so we'll go ahead and start. 1, 2, sing. Oh, where have you been, Billy boy, Billy boy? Oh, where have you been, charming Billy? I have been to seek a wife, she's the joy of my life. She's a young thing and cannot leave her mother. Did she ask you to come in, Billy boy, Billy boy? Did she ask you to come in, charming Billy? Yes, she asked me to come in. There's a dimple in her chin. She's a young thing and cannot find her mother. All right. So that is the entire lesson for the first verse and second verse of Billy Boy. So I hope you learned how to do that. Thank you.